All right, you're going to show me what you guys have been working on?
Yeah, so we'll start with this. So this is mine, and I helped make it.
Wow.
So it's reversible, so this side's kind of more plain.
I like it.
And then this side.
Super fancy.
And it's got Mickey and Minnie, so that they're kind of looking at each other, I guess.
And we're all, like, Riley wants everyone to have this bow.
So everyone's going to have this bow, so that's all matching.
I like that sequin piece in the middle, too. That looks cool.
Yeah, and then we are all going to have, like, different ears and all this. So that's what mine. And then we made, well, I didn't make them. Trish and Grammy made.
I made all the masks.
Oh, just Grammy made all these masks.
Awesome.
And there's a hole.
It matches.
They're double lined.
So you can put the filter in.
it.
Oh, cool.
And this one's Millie's.
You didn't show the ends on them. The new ends that we got.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trisha's dad, without being asked, bought a whole bag of them and sent them to us.
Wow.
So this one's Millie's. It's got flowers on the sides. And it's got the same bow in the front with the different lace. And then just a bow in the back.
And she has a bow made out of the material.
The same material, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, today we've got Riley here with us, and she is going to teach us how to make some Disney ear headbands, right? Mm-hmm. Who taught you how to make those? Trish, excellent. All right, well, what do we got to do?
So first, let's go over the materials you need.
Okay.
You're going to need a headband. We had Auntie Jen find the one that fit her the most comfortable, so she has that. And then you're going to need 4 pairs of half the ear. So we have these 2 that are pre-made, and then I'm going to teach you how to make them. So with that, you're going to need squares of fabric. It doesn't matter the size as long as they fit. The circles.
And those are like 4-inch circles?
Mm-hmm, that have little cuts out at the bottom, so they'll fit the headband. They just need to be able to fit that.
Okay.
Then you're going to need, you're going to need some basic things like fabric scissors, a glue gun, and some glue sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to need some ribbons and different laces to go around the headband to cover up all the seams.
Okay.
Then this is a little extra touch. We have different types of bows, and we're all going to have this bow on our little Mickey ears.
Awesome.
So it's really pretty. And let's see, we're going to need a knitting needle.
Oh.
And
I'm excited to see what we use that for.
yeah, you'll see in a little bit. So, I forgot to mention that with the squares, you do have to iron them first. You do iron quite a bit in this, project. Yes, thank you. I don't have words. And then one thing I don't think we have over here is the stuff that's going to go around the headband, because you're going to need fabric to cover this up. We picked it out.
Oh, right. We were going to use this kind of fabric?
Oh, yes. There it is. This, which I did not iron, but does need to be ironed.
Okay.
So that's all our materials. Let's get started.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the ears so that they look like this.
Okay. And we're starting with our square and a piece of fabric that's bigger than the square.
Mm-hmm.
Big enough that you can, circles, yes. But a square of fabric is what we have, because that's how we cut it.
Square, circle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So actually, now, because I just do a square for the outline so I know how much. Now with our scissors, you can kind of trim up the outsides of that.
So you have maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches around?
Yeah. So that, just because the way we're going to fold it over.
You don't want too much extra fabric.
You don't want all this extra because you want it to be thin. So just cut this. And then I'll give you the scissors.
Okay. All right. Well, I cut mine. You can tell them what we're going to do next.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this piece out flat with the side you want on the outside facing the bottom. So I want this silkier, kind of smoother, shinier outside. So I'm putting it face down onto the thing. And then you're going to just take this, either way works, and put that down right on top. So now we're going to start using our glue gun. We have 2 different sizes. We have this big one it's hot, that I'm using.
And I'm going to use the small one.
So we're going to start by putting it just right in the middle. And you're going to glue along the outside right here and just fold it over as you go. So I made this
the outside meaning like the very outside or just the edge of the top?
The edge of the top. So I'll show you.
Okay.
Mine is way too long, so I'm going to move it over to here. You're going to start, you're going to go right along here. My arm's blocking it. Right along the corner.
Okay.
Just enough. I think I used too much, but it's okay.
You just go a little bit and then you start folding the fabric in?
And then you fold it in.
Yeah.
And try to make it as flat as you can so you don't have to go in and scissor it over. But it's hot, so you have to be careful. Yeah, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Whole thing around.
And am I not supposed to go all the way around?
Everywhere but this. I forgot to say that.
The little notch part.
Yeah.
Okay. How am I doing, Graham?
Looking good. Yeah, you see those big hunks of material
We're
that
gonna
you
cut
have?
them off.
Yeah, so those, right. So those, you don't want your ears to, you're making like a sandwich with them.
Okay.
So
I'm going to trim that
You're
down.
going to end up trimming that stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose there's probably a mathematical formula to actually cover the ears perfectly, but we don't do anything like that.
Heck no, I'm not measuring anything.
Not around this house.
I'll trim. That's no trouble.
Yeah. Okay. But someone probably has an exact formula of how to do this, not me.
Well, and I'm sure there's a million of these tutorial videos, so if this one doesn't suit you, that is quite alright.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We like loosey-goosey crafting around here, don't we?
That should be fine. So, I forgot to mention this in the materials, but we're going to need cotton or fluff or what's it called?
Polyfill?
Polyfill. That. It's like a cloud.
So we're going to use this to stuff?
Turn it around.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Heritage collection.
Well, that's old, so they probably
We'll put some links below to some of the supplies you can find online.
Fiberfill. This is 12 ounces.
Cool.
95% polyester and 5% silk blend thing. Yep.
So we're going to put this in between the cardboard and...
Mm-hmm. And you want to make sure you get every little area, so all along this.
Okay.
And it's easier if you use one of these to help stuff the stuff in. So take a little piece. This is kind of big, but depending on how big the hole is, take a little piece and, oh, I made mine way too tight. There we go. Because the cardboard will start to bend on the back if you do it the fabric too tight, which I probably should have said earlier.
Okay.
And stuff like that, stretchy. So that
I'm using a knit fabric, so it's stretchier.
But mine's already bending, so that's wonderful. But it's okay, because my other one's bent, and it was easy to fix.
This is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. And also the needle helps like poke it down so that you can fill it more. Because I like mine super filled. Some people like them kind of softer. But
you want to get it to the edges.
Yeah, I said that, I think. If I didn't, you want to get it to the edges.
All right, so we've stuffed all 4 of the pieces that we need for each of our headbands.
Mm-hmm.
And now we need to just close up that last side. So the point from which we were stuffing now needs to be closed up, right?
Yeah. I did forget to say that in the beginning.
Okay. So we're just going to put a little glue on that inside section and fold it over and they'll be closed.
So, now that we're finished, they're kind of different sizes, but the finished product should look something like this. And it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we're going to do is, see this one's way smaller than
Oh, why is that?
I have no clue.
Oh, because that's Millie's for the kid.
Oh, we have kid-sized circles and adult-sized circles. Look, they are 2 different sizes.
Well, now we know.
All right, so Riley's going to need to make some more ears, but why don't we practice on mine, putting them together?
Yes.
And then we can come back and update yours.
Or I could just make a one-eared Mickey and fix it later.
Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll make a one-eared Mickey.
Okay. Oh, because you have one of each side. Mm-hmm. That does match.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I just have one too small, the one I made.
Okay.
But it's not that big of a deal. I can fix it.
So, what do we do next? How do we attach them?
First thing we're going to do is, so basically you need a ton of glue. Pick which side you want. I think I'm going to do the flatter one, because this one got bent.
To put the glue on?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to take a glue gun and you're just going to glue it like crazy.
Okay.
So much glue.
So much glue. And then we're going to press them together?
Yes, and you got to hold them for a little bit.
Okay. Let's do it. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to need a refill on my glue gun.
Right there.
Oh, thank you.
I am too.
You have this. Oh, you have a different size.
Mine's huge.
All right, now that we've got our ears sewn, or not sewn, glued together, we are going to put some ribbon around the outside edge to cover where they come together so that you don't see that. And so here's an example of one that my mom did with the ribbon around the edges. And she had some trouble getting these 2 to match up perfectly. And so there were some spots where you could still sort of see the imperfections. And so on this one, she's already added a little bit of extra sequin trim around the ribbon, which covers the rest of it. So just get creative. If your things aren't coming together perfectly, there's always a way to sort of neaten out that edge, right?
Because Auntie Jen's are like flat and perfect. I don't even think they need a ribbon. Mine, on the other hand, have like gaps and mess because I stuffed them a little too much, but it's okay.
So when we put the ribbon on, I'm guessing we want to start at the bottom arched part because that's going to glue onto the headband. So then you're not seeing the join of the ribbon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually not sure if I want to use. I think
I
might.
One.
That might look nice.
I like that.
Yeah. All right.
So I started just like you did, Jen, and then I went over it on the bottom.
Yeah, I think that, and like overlap it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I'm not, because you don't want a seam in the top unless you're putting like sequins or gems or something like around the top of the ears.
Right. All right, and it looks like I have enough. I'm just gonna double this. Sorry.
Okay. And on Millie's, Trish put like 2 rows. She put.
Oh, so she's got a layer of ribbon and
that's what
a layer of the flowers.
Do.
That's pretty.
That's what I'm going to do.
There's no, and if you have a lot of gunky, gluey spots, then cover it up.
Just find something fun to cover it with. I hear people do these for like all the different characters and stuff. Have you not heard that?
How do you make Donald Duck ears?
No. Like they make ears, but like it might be all Ariel? Donald Duck themed colors and like accessories. So yeah, you might do like an Ariel one with like a flounder bow on it, or like something.
Yeah.
So that it's all themed to the character. Yeah.
Trisha has a different one every day.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think people do that, and they have like ones for all their favorite characters.
Some people would just also use like bags. Like we're using this out of a Vera Bradley bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you could also just use regular fabric.
Oh yeah, you could use anything, right? So,
yeah. Like for example, it's too far away, but Trish has a ton of different fabrics from like Star Wars and stuff. You could just make ears out of that. It doesn't need to have a Vera Bradley bag.
Oh no, yeah, you could use whatever you like.
I think it just matches some of the stuff we already have. So we ended up just going with it.
What do you already have, Rye?
The backpack and a duffel bag. That matches this.
That Grammy and Pepe got you last time they went to Disney?
2 years ago? 3 years ago?
All right, what's the next step?
Okay, so now we're going to take a break from the ears, and we're going to work on the headband. So you're going to need, for this part, a headband that you like, and then the headband, the thicker piece of fabric we picked, and then pretty much the same stuff, scissors and a glue.
Okay. Do you want to show them Grammy's finished headband?
Yeah. So I did this one, and she put 2 layers on, but this is what hers looks like, and it's super nice. So the seam is on this side, covered by the ribbon, so that it's not uncomfortable on your head.
Oh, okay. So the fabric comes all the way underneath this side.
No, the opposite
Start on this. So the already done fabric's gonna go on that side.
Right, on the inside of the headband. Like this.
So
Okay.
I already started mine. So you glue it on right at the start. And it's actually pretty easy. You're going to take your glue gun. Going to do a tiny dot. Then you're going to use the nozzle of the glue gun and spread it out so it's super duper thin.
Okay.
And then you want to keep it in the middle the whole time, and you just really tightly seal it right over.
So you're just stretching the fabric over that bit of glue?
Yeah. And then eventually this whole thing will be all glued up so that we can do the folding.
Okay. And then the ends we're going to cover with something else, so it doesn't matter if we don't come all the way to the end.
You can't, because if you don't have enough fabric in the length, then you can just end it on that side. I don't think I ended up doing that to mine, but I definitely like the way it looks like.
She did that on mine. She ended it because she didn't have enough fabric, and she just wrapped some trim around it.
Right, let's get to gluing.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna show you how to fold it over after you've glued the whole inside. So you want to do it right in the middle, the gluing. And now I already folded over one side, so you're gonna tightly pull it and just fold it like that around the whole entire thing. And you can trim the fabric so that it's where you want it. And basically, once you fold it over this whole thing, you'll just go back in and glue it just like you did the other stuff. So it's pretty easy. And we get to... And you don't have to put all this stuff on the headband if it's the right color that you want. You can just...
You could just attach your ears to a plain headband? All right, we're back. Because my ribbon or fabric wasn't long enough to cover the whole headband, I just wrapped some ribbon around several times, just gluing periodically on either the inside or the outside. So now I'm just going to do the same thing and cover this end of the headband. All right, the next phase of this is fitting. So I have the headband on. Do I have the headband on right? Does it look really far back?
No, it's however you feel comfortable with it on.
Okay, that's better.
Okay. So just tell me if you want them close like this.
I think I want them, maybe, yes. So you're going to look at sort of where they line up with that fabric. You think you got it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, now that we figured out the placement, we're simply going to hot glue the ears onto the headband. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue on the bottom. Right here.
And in case you were wondering, I have paused on mine because I have burnt myself quite a few times over the process. I burnt myself on my thumb, and then it got really bad that my skin came off on my finger right here, but the bandage blends in. So I've decided to take a break.
I think that's a good idea. And a lesson to all of us that we need to be careful with glue guns.
And not rush.
So pretty.
I love them too. Okay. Right, we're ready for the final step. I've taken for each of I'm going to have a set of bows on each side. So I wrapped some sequins in the middle of those 2 bows, and I wrapped some ribbon in the middle of those 2 bows. And now we're just going to put some glue on the ears. Well, what do you mean? That's the way I want it to go.
You want the small one in the back?
I want the plain bow on the printed side, and the printed bow.
I meant like this.
Oh, no, you're right. I want the small bow sticking out, but I want the blue bows on the printed side.
Yeah.
And I want my printed bow on this side.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to get to gluing, and I'm just going to kind of hold it in place where I want it, right?
Mm-hmm. Just glue.
Some glue on there. I think Trish is going to be excited to see what we came up with today.
I know.
So then on this one, I wonder if I'll try to glue them together. I think that's what I'll do. So where one bow meets the other, I'm going to put some glue right in there and then glue those together. I think that'll be good. Okay, I think we might be done. All my little glue bits. Put it on yours. Yay! All right, let's flip them around so you can see the other side.
We have different colors.
Mm-hmm.
They look kind of similar.
Oh my goodness, I love them so much. Thank you for teaching me this.
Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to wear these one day.
Someday we'll get back to Disney.
It'll be my second time.
Yay! Well, thank you everybody for watching. We will post links to as many things as we can down below, and we'll hope you'll join us for another video real soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Adios.